Okay, Mark Dailey here with an answer to your recent question. Someone asked what kind of exercises would be best for fibromyalgia. And let me be honest with you, there's a huge spectrum of fibromyalgia. So there are some people with fibromyalgia that literally struggle to get out of bed. And to them, exercise seems to be out of the question. But the truth of the matter is, exercise is always appropriate and it will always benefit you. And I understand that some people with fibromyalgia will exercise and they will pay for it, meaning they're going to feel bad afterwards or the next day. Yet movement is so very important for you mentally as well as physically. So let's look at a few of those things and I'll explain as we go. So what I would like to make obvious is it's important for us to grab hold of the low-hanging fruit. There is no one thing that will cure fibromyalgia. Many small things, however, can make a difference. So exercise, of course, is what we're going to talk about today. But what I want you to be sure of is that there are many other things that can help you. Now, diet is extremely important, and it is a tool that I use in our Fibromyalgia Heroes program with great effectiveness. Hippocrates was known as the father of modern medicine, and he said, let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food. So diet is vital. A lot of people suffering from fibromyalgia have hidden underlying food sensitivities. And these are things that they're probably eating regularly. And then sauna, hot sauna, sweating, getting out impurities is important. Deep breathing is a way to bring you inner peace, but also it's a good way to detoxify through your breath. Water, half your weight in ounces would be appropriate. So if you weigh 160 pounds, then 80 ounces of water. That helps to get rid of your toxic material. And then prayer and meditation. For those of you who are believers, meditate God's word. Let it permeate every cell of your being. Meditate on his faithfulness. And then something that we use in our facility is advanced lab testing. So we use lab testing to show us where you have physiological deviations from normal. And someone with fibromyalgia always has multiple levels of dysfunction. A patient I spoke to last night, we got back the lab work, and what we found was multiple food sensitivities. We found that she had small intestinal bacteria overgrowth, and she also had candida yeast, which is a fungal overgrowth in her gastrointestinal system. So there were a number of things, and now through diet, through the proper supplements, we're going to allow her to walk through the program and get better. So there are a number of things that you can do. Exercise alone is not going to cure fibromyalgia, but it may help to make things a bit easier. So when we think about exercise, we want to have less pain and more energy. Don't let muscle pain and fatigue keep you on the sidelines. You could and should, you can and you should get moving. A few simple tweaks to regular exercises can boost your energy, ease your pain and stiffness, lift your mood, and improve your sleep. Now, of course, you want to check with your doctor before you start, but the truth of the matter is you got to get started, and it would be very important to start slow and easy. And moving your joints. So you have a number of joints like your ankles and your wrists and your neck that you can actually warm up by making circular motions. So with your wrist, you would make a circular motion like that. You would do the same thing with your ankle. With your neck, you can easily, slowly, and gently rotate your neck, and that's just to get warmed up. Then stretching. Guys, stretching is so very important. If you stretch more often, you'll hurt less. So daily stretching can help your joints move more smoothly. You may hear this called your range of motion. So every body part has a specific range of motion. We want to do our best to move through those. You want to focus on the big muscle groups like the calves, the thighs, the hips, the lower back, and the shoulders. You want to hold the stretch for 30 seconds. If it hurts, stop, but push yourself just a little bit. Try to stretch 2 or 3 times a week. And speaking of stretching, a calf stretch, this is a demonstration of that. So you want to face the wall, place your palms flat on the surface, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Leave your heel on the floor of the foot that's back, and hold that position for 30 seconds, and then switch legs and repeat. Stretch each calf about 3 times. Now, this is a really cool demonstration. And again, keep in mind, I'm doing my best to answer a question and give some direction. So here, number 1, sky stretch. Just reach as far as you can. Number 2, touching your toes. You're stretching your hamstrings, which are on the back of your legs. Now, keep in mind that number 2 can be done while you're sitting on the couch or laying in bed. Simply keep your legs straight and reach toward your toes. We talked about the circular motion of the neck. That's what she's doing in number 3. And number 4, we're rolling the shoulders. You're taking the shoulders through that range of motion. And then the shoulder stretch of number 5, simply raise your arm and gently pull it back. Side stretch, number 6. Number 7 is a quadricep stretch. Now, she's standing up because she can. Now, you can do that laying on your side. Just pull your leg back, bend it, pull it back gently. Again, number 8 is that, basically that calf stretch. Number 9 is a runner stretch. So again, you could get on your bed, on your couch, straighten one leg and simply reach down to grab your toe. Number 10, you can see that is somewhat of a glute stretch. Low back stretch is number 11. Cross your leg, pull that knee back. Now, some of these positions I know may be difficult to get in, but I wanted to give you something to look at so you could make some notes. You can actually do a screen capture if you know how to do that, so you can have this as a resource. We talked about the ankle roll already, number 13. Again, number 14, a thigh hug. Guys, this can be done in your bed before you ever get up in the morning. And 15 is a little bit deeper thigh hug, but you're also trying to straighten the leg against resistance. And then 16, if you can get into this position, this will stretch the inner thigh. And all of these are awesome. Stretching is excellent, and for you to be supple and mobile is important. And aerobic exercises. This is one of the best ways to take charge of your fibromyalgia. And really, it uses the large muscle groups over and over for a set period of time. And I recommend walking because it's the easiest. You don't need any special tools or any other equipment, just a good pair of shoes. You want to boost your muscles and your mood. So you do that by strength exercises. You can lower your pain and help with depression. You don't need to lift a heavy barbell. What matters here is the range of movements that you take your muscles through. So before you get started, you get tips from a trainer, or you can use the tips I'm giving you now. But these are very simple and easy to do. You can do them with or without weights. You can do it with a can of soup, for that matter. You could do it with a jug of milk. That's a quarter, or a jug of water. That's a quarter full. Remember, a gallon jug is 8 pounds. So if you want to use your milk jugs, put water in them half full, you've got 2 4-pound weights. And here are some demonstrations of things that are really easy to do, but also very safe. You see, the first one is where you're just getting up out of the chair. And the chair is there in case you lose your balance. You can get right back on it. Here, you're simply curling that leg. Stand in front of the chair to support you, balance you, and bend the knee. Here, this could be done simply by sitting in the chair and raising the leg. Here is, let's see, you're raising your leg to the side, which is very helpful. Here is a bicep curl. So you're simply holding your arms to your side, then curling your empty hands or hands with small hand weights, 2, 3, 4 pounds, whatever you can comfortably handle. Then you can do the same thing down here, seated. You're safe, you're secure, you're not going to fall, yet you can exercise. Another thing about exercising is the way you feel when you're done. You know you've accomplished something. Here is, she's just lowering the weights, bending forward, lowering the weights, and then pulling them back. And then here is simply a toe stand. So she's standing behind the chair and then getting on her tiptoes, and that works your calf muscles. Isometric chest press. So this is simply where you put your hands together and squeeze. And that will help to build those chest muscles. Guys, I know that you're not looking to be a Olympic weightlifter, but we want to keep tone. And these are easy ways to do it. This is a simple isometric shoulder exercise. So you basically you stand with your back against the wall, your arms at your side, with your elbows straight. You push your arms back toward the wall and you hold it for 5 seconds. Then you rest and you repeat it 5 or 10 times. If it hurts, stop. And then if you do hurt, ice your pain. If you overdo it during your workout, a cold compress can help. It eases the pain and swelling. So basically you would leave it on for 20 minutes and take it off. Normally I recommend you take it off for 40, and then you're welcome to reapply. And one thing I do really like is water aerobics. I know it requires for most people a lot of effort to get out of the house. Some of you may not be able to do that. You may not have a facility nearby, but I love this. Some of the benefits: water supports your body, puts less stress on your joints and your muscles. Working out in the water helps to build strength. Fighting against the push of the water activates your muscles. Water pressure helps put less strain on the heart by moving blood around the body. The impact of gravity is less in the water, allowing a greater range of motion. Working out in water helps prevent overheating, helping you exercise for longer, and it's fun. It's not something that you can often say about a workout. So water aerobics is very good. So how much do you know? How do you know when you've had enough? Well, if you're just getting started with exercise, choose low to moderate intensity. Choose walking, swimming, water aerobics. Something easy. Start slow and increase the time and intensity as you can. Remember, your goal is to work up to 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, but do what you can and be kind to yourself. Daily activities also count. So I know that you've got to do some basic things: mopping floors, washing, mowing the yard. All of that is exercise. And you get to look back on your productivity. So that's pretty nice. You may know this, you may not know this, but I have launched Fibromyalgia University on YouTube. So all the content is free. I also have free content on beatingfibro.com. If you want to schedule a consultation with me, I do something called a fibromyalgia assessment phone call, which is really extremely discounted. There is a small fee of $49, but we'll talk for 30 to 45 minutes. I'll give you some insight into what's going on in your body, but also see if you're a good fit for our Fibromyalgia Heroes program. I've got another site, fibromyalgiauniversity.com, our company site, which is Birmingham Functional Medicine. And then if you want to call the clinic to schedule a time to talk, you're welcome to do that as well. But I've gone kind of long today, but I wanted to answer that question, and I definitely thank you for your time and your attention. God bless you. Have a great day.